Force feedback settings for the Thrusmaster TGT. This is just what I'm running. Force feedback is a personal preference. So this might suit you, it might not suit you, but this is just what I run. For me nowadays, it's all about car control. First off, when I started sim racing, I wanted really strong force feedback. I wanted to feel like me over the curbs and all that shit. But since time's gone on, I've scaled it back. For me, less is more nowadays. I only do this as a little escapism. I don't do it to be famous or make money from sim racing. I don't want to be the next Jimmy Broadbent or anything like that. It's just a little escapism for me, so I want my wheels to last nowadays. In the early days, I burnt through quite a few T300s, having it too high. So now it's all about car control and making my wheel last. That's how I set up a wheel. So when I say car control, I'm talking about correcting a car on the limit. You need it at a decent weight in order to do that. If you've got your wheel too heavy and it rips out your hand when you get a tank slapper, or you're just doing little corrections and you end up crashing and sat in the pits, what is the point of that? It doesn't matter how many newton meters you've got, you're still in the pits. So I run mine relatively low, just a good weight to the wheel so I can feel what the car's doing and correcting it on the limit, because that is the main aim of sim racing, to get round a track at a decent time and stay on track. So that's my global settings. I've not really messed with them since the early days. The main thing is in your car options in the setup page. So we'll head over there now. So in the early days there was quite a few wheel problems, and on my wheel it would constantly vibrate, which was a bit of a pain, but it didn't really bother me too tough because my Escort has a World Cup cross member and I get loads of vibrations, so didn't bother me. But I know it put a lot of people off, and a few of my mates, they didn't even bother with the game because of that as well. At that time I was doing everything to try and get rid of that, and what I found was the mid and the high EQ, when I lowered them right down, it basically got rid of it. It was still there a little bit. They did fix that problem with later updates and now it's totally gone. So this is my little go-to. I generally set the strength about 60. I get rid of the rack feel and I add load boost. I'd partner that with the strength, so 60-60. Generally the low EQ I run about 1. If it feels a bit too weighty I go down to like 8, but it's generally 1. And I still run 0, mid and high EQ because, like I say, less is more. I've stuck with that since that vibration issue. I've just stuck with it. I have added it sometimes and I've just gone back to 0. I still feel the rumble strips and the curbs, only slightly. Like I say, I don't want anything to detract from the main force feedback of the weight of the car. For me it's all about car control, and I feel what the car is doing more this way. Also you got the rack rate, which is your quick rack basically. Sometimes if I run that higher, like 2.0, I might reduce the strength and the load. If I run it lower, I'd probably add strength and load. So generally I just tweak them 3 options and that does me. Anyway, get me in the comments, thank you.